Reality really is your mirror. If you've never thought about reality in this way, then it's time to make yourself familiar with the mirror principle and how using and being aware of the fact that reality is nothing else than your reflection can help you level up in life and can help you manifest anything you want to manifest. So why reality is your mirror? Because reality always gives you the perfect reflection of your dominant energy, your dominant beliefs, your dominant state of being, your dominant identity, and your dominant self-concept. So reality just reflects who you are. And whether you follow the law of attraction or the law of assumption, you just have to understand that the basic principle and the basic core law of the entire universe is energy. Whatever you do, whichever manifestation technique you pursue, whichever manifestation technique you plan to use, you have to understand that at a quantum level and at a subatomic level, you are working with energy. Everything is energy in the universe. Everything has its own vibration. Everything has its own frequency. And I feel like sometimes when people explain whether law of attraction or law of assumption, they just kind of like gloss over the fact that it's all energy. Like these laws are based on energy. And this is why then people have difficulties with understanding manifestation or making manifestation work, because they don't understand the basic principle of the universe, which is energy. So remember that when you're manifesting, you're always manifesting with energy. Whichever law you use, whichever technique you use, you're always manifesting with energy. And the things I've just mentioned, which are your dominant belief, your state of being, your identity, your self-concept, they also the part of your energy. They're part of your energy field. So reality is your mirror because reality always gives you a reflection of your dominant state of being, and that's your dominant energetic state. And why is it so important to grasp this fact? Because reality is your mirror, right? So if you don't like the current reflection, if you stare in the mirror and don't like something about your reflection, do you try to change the reflection, or do you try to change the person in front of the mirror? And the same exact thing is with your reality. When people try to change their life, pretty often they just try to change the reflection. They just try to force a change in the external circumstances. They just try to make the reflection work for them. And it doesn't work that way. Because it's basically like whenever you're trying to push and force a change in the external circumstances, you basically like imagine yourself standing in front of the mirror, just screaming at your reflection and like yelling at it, telling it to, change, be this way, be that way. Whereas in fact, you have to take care of the person in front of the mirror. Because if you don't like your reflection's makeup, then the person in front of the mirror has to improve their makeup. If you don't like your reflection's outfit, then the person in front of the mirror has to change the outfit. So if reality is your reflection, if you don't vibe or align with your current reality, if your current reality is not something you would like to perpetuate, guess what? You don't have to perpetuate it, but you have to understand that it is a mirror. It is a mirror. It is a reflection. And if you want to get a different reflection, you have to take care of the person standing in front of the mirror. And in this case, the person standing in front of the mirror is you, or more precisely, your inner world. Your inner world is the foundation for your outer world, because reality is a reflection of what's going on inside you, what's going on in your energy, which is connected with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with your identity, the way you perceive yourself, with your self-concept, what you think about yourself, what you think about your life and your reality. So really, if you want to change your reality, you have to change yourself inside first. Let me repeat. If you want to change your reality, you have to change yourself inside first. You can never force a change in the external circumstances if you refuse to work on your inner world, because your inner world works as a foundation for this reflection. And if you neglect the foundation, then how can you get a different reflection? It's impossible, because the reality is always going to mirror to you what's going on inside you. And that's why personal development, that's why spirituality, that's why working on yourself are such a beautiful journey. They're really such a beautiful journey because this journey allows you to completely redefine yourself. And the moment you completely redefine yourself is the moment you completely redefine your reality. And when you get a new definition of self, you get a matching reality that matches the new definition of self. So let's for a moment just think about the fact, how can we redefine ourselves so we can get a different reflection? So in order to change your reality, in order to get a new reflection, you energetically have to hop onto a different frequency. A frequency that is aligned with the reality you want to experience. And what creates your vibration, your frequency, is your feelings. So the high vibrational feelings are positive feelings, and the low vibrational feelings are negative feelings. So the more you allow yourself to feel good, to feel this beautiful high vibrational states, the more you change your dominant frequency. And it's not about forcing happiness. It's not about pretending to be happy. It's about working on yourself and working on your belief system so you naturally get to the state of fulfillment and happiness and like cherishing high vibrational states. And raising your vibration in itself is a process. I've got a video about it, so if you want it, you can just check it out because it would take us way too much time to dive deep into raising your vibration. But just understand that if you want to create your reality by design, not by default, then you need to take care of your energy. And of course, your feelings are just a part of your energy field. Because what I've also mentioned is very, very important. Are your beliefs, your state of being, your identity, and your self-concept. And when it comes to redefining yourself, apart from raising your vibration, I would really, really love to focus on this right now. So what is identity? Identity is what you identify with. Basically, what you identify yourself with. How do you perceive yourself is also a part of your identity. So let's take abundance as an example. The person who identifies themselves as a lucky, abundant, rich person is going to get a matching reality. And that's why so many kind of like abundant and rich people just seem to naturally attract abundance, because their core identity, their core self-concept, their dominant state of being is all about abundance. So if you want to manifest abundance, but your core state of being is about lack and limitation, then of course the reality, your mirror, is going to mirror back and reflect back to you to the lack and limitation. So it's really about reprogramming your mind and brainwashing yourself for the type of reality you want to experience, because the more you start to cherish thoughts about abundance and how lucky you are and that you're always a prosperous person, etc., etc., it's just really going to affect your belief system. Your belief system is going to affect your entire habitual thinking patterns. These thinking patterns will lead to new feelings. These new feelings will raise your vibration, and step by step you're gonna get this new reality, which basically matches your identity, your subconscious beliefs, which are all about you being an abundant person. So really you can use self-concept affirmations to redefine yourself and to redefine your identity, because to me your self-concept is just a part of your identity. For example, I always perceive it like your identity is like what you think you are, and your self-concept are all of these building blocks that create who you think you are. So these are all of these like unconscious thoughts you repeat to yourself, like I'm not good enough, I'm not abundant, I'm not this, I'm not that. And it's all about realizing what are your habitual thinking patterns, how do these habitual thinking patterns contribute to you having your current reality, and how can you kind of let go of these habitual thinking patterns in order to get yourself a whole new reality. Because remember, whenever you work on yourself, on your beliefs, on your identity, on the way you perceive yourself, you work on your inner world. And the more you do this, the more permanent you create this new identity, the faster you're gonna get matching circumstances in your reality, because reality is your mirror. Reality is really your reflection, and the reality has to reflect your new state of being. So again, let's take abundance as an example. If you start cherishing abundance thoughts, if you start like feeling abundant, even if you're not abundant yet, but if you start to like cherishing the feeling of abundance, if you start to appreciate the things you already have in your reality, you're gonna feel more abundant. And these new abundant thoughts and feelings are start to rewire and reprogram your mind. And the more you do this, the more you allow yourself to be your new abundant self inside, it's going to manifest outside, because creation always starts inside you. Creation is not something that starts outside of you. It always comes from within. And when you understand that, you have the ability to recreate and redefine yourself in any moment of your life. And you don't have to succumb to your past self. You don't have to succumb to your past feelings and limiting beliefs if they're not serving you. You can just understand them, release them, and let them go. You don't have to be the person you used to be, because every moment is a brand new chance to redefine yourself. And when you understand this, when you understand that working on yourself and personal development and having a spiritual practice are the only way to actually create a change in the reflection. Like, you're on your way to having a magical life, my dear. You're on your way to manifesting anything you want to manifest, because you are not getting in your way anymore. You're releasing things that are not serving you. You're becoming more aware. You're starting creating your reality by design rather than by default. And also, if you have any like specific manifestations that you want to bring into existence in your like new harmonious reality, they're gonna come to you much quicker, because your limiting beliefs, your limiting identity, your limiting self-concept, these things are not gonna anymore be blocking you from achieving your true potential. So this is just like my calling to start working on yourself. Start redefining yourself. You don't have to perceive yourself as a certain type of a person. You can change your identity. You can change your self-concept. You can change your state of being. You can change your energy. You can change everything about yourself and become your new. You really can redefine yourself and become your new, better self in the present moment, because any moment we ever experience is the present moment. When you grasp that, and when you grasp that by working on yourself, on your new belief system, and on your energy, on your identity in the present moment, you're actually doing yourself or your future self actually a big favor. Then anything you want, you can have in life, because reality is just going to mirror back your new state of being, your new thoughts, your new beliefs. And that's how you do this. You always start changing your life from within, because reality is your mirror. Reality is your reflection. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that right now you're a little bit better understand how reality reflects your dominant state of being and your dominant beliefs and your dominant identity. Reality is your mirror. Just remember about this principle, because the more you become aware of this principle, the faster you're able to redefine yourself and your reality, because you no longer try to force a change in the external circumstances. You know that once you align within your state of being, you align within your frequency, and you align within your reality, essentially. So if it resonated with you in any way whatsoever, please give this a big thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button. And thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for listening.